the current left is in organizations whose culture doesn't come out of class building, of confronting capital, but whose culture comes out of moonlighting and do-goody kind of stuff. That left is one that's not constantly disciplined by the hard facts of building something. It's not disciplined by the hard facts of bringing ordinary people in. You go to the meetings just to feel better about yourself, mostly, right? Mostly. Okay, now layer on top of that this ideology that says most of the people are idiots. Most workers are white racists or misogynists or transphobes. I'm going to go in there to teach them. If I come across a worker, I'm going to teach them the evils of racism, the evils of misogyny, right? But I don't know if I can. There's a 300-year history in the United States, and I'm just one person. So you do it, and when you lose, you see it as a vindication of your skepticism about the class, rather than a failure on your part of winning the class to your program. In fact, the losing is a signal that you're so far ahead of the masses that they still have to catch up with you, right?
Losing means you're right.
Absolutely. I'll give you an example of this. I've given this before. It really struck me. When the current left, as you said in an earlier question, you said when working people vote for Trump, they say they're voting against their interests. But worse yet, they say, this is what racism gets you. This is the misogyny. They're voting for Trump because they're xenophobes and racists and misogynists, et cetera, et cetera. And you saw after Trump won all this stuff on social media where they were saying, I told you this is who they are. Don't come to me. Don't come to me when they're knocking at your door and they take your rights away. I tried to warn you. You brought this on yourselves, right? You brought this on yourselves. I was reading some lectures that Togliatti gave, who was a leader of the Italian Communist Party in the 30s in the Soviet Union. He had fled to the Soviet Union from Mussolini, and he gave these amazing lectures on the rise of fascism in Italy. And he started the lectures by saying, our biggest task right now is to figure out what we did wrong. Why did Italian workers veer towards Mussolini instead of coming to us? That left took the rise of fascism as a failure on its part. This left takes the rise of Trump as a failure on the workers' part. That's the difference between the classical left and this one. This one, its instinct is to blame the masses and trumpet its own virtuousness. That left saw it as a failing of its part to bring the masses to its program. The current left will go it has absolutely no possibility of succeeding as long as it has this attitude. And most of it, I would say the overwhelming majority, has no interest in, no inclination to change that attitude because they're not in the game to win. They're in the game to feel better about themselves.